Brewing started about 10 years ago. I had a little too much time on my hands, ordered up a kit online, showed up a couple weeks later and made my first batch of beer. It was a simple one, just using extracts on the stove in my apartment in Stamford. I broke the stove on that first batch. It wasn't really rated for that kind of weight, but I was stuck immediately afterwards. I had to keep on brewing. And once I realized I needed a little bit more space, bigger stove, naturally, I called up my dad and dragged him into it as well so I could use his house. And it just slowly morphed. That generally meant I had to get some more equipment that would let me control the process better, and I got more equipment. The batches got bigger to improve consistency, and it just happened.
When we found this place, it was a winner, right? When we pulled up, Lyle and I were here that day. The street, the building, it was an empty shell. It was perfect. We knew from that point that we wanted to start this journey here. The building, although at the time was a disaster, it had really good bones. So the design part wasn't very hard. It was just more finding the right pieces to bring everything together.
Building process was multi-dimensional. And it had to be done simultaneously. So we looked for a location, the one that we're sitting in, simultaneous to finding the equipment, which we found this beautiful German brew house and fermentation system actually over 2 hours north of Tokyo in Hime, Japan. We brought that over, and that was simultaneous to doing all of the legal work, the paperwork, the trademarking, the branding. And so I would describe the building process coming out of the ground as multi-pronged, and I thank God that we had 5 family members that were capable of going off in each direction.
I love the fact that we do it with our own hands in a brewery that the 5 of us built.
A lot of people, when they ask, okay, so it's family owned and operated, but what does that really mean? Well, usually it's like, oh, me and my dad, or me and my mom, me and my brother or sister. But when I get asked that question and I keep going on and on of all the family members that are actually involved, it really kind of wows people because they don't expect the whole family.
Our styles are reflective as homebrewers of what it was that we enjoyed originally. After all, we brewed for ourselves. So we have the darker styles like the stout and the nut brown because Michael really enjoys that style of beer. Me, I self-describe the family hophead. And so I like the IPAs, I love the APAs. Other family members really like the lighter, crisp, clear quality of your lagers or your pilsners or your hefeweizens. And so, in essence, our recipe book developed around personal taste. When we opened, we didn't know what the public was going to like, so we put 6 styles on, and 3 came right to the fore. We'll always mix our styles up, but our APA, our lager, our stout are all developing very nice following.